What the fuck? Okay, somebody mentioned sound cut out. What's the last thing you remember? Or heard, technically? Sammy! Hello! Sound should be back.
We have a sound.
Apparently OBS decided to change the source of the mic. Do not ask me how that happened.
Clankers.
The problem with smart machines is they're able to think for themselves.
They're smart, but not in a good way.
Okay, so I have absolutely no idea where the sound cut out, which means I have absolutely no idea what they heard or what they didn't hear, and
6 second summary, go. Cocoon crash in field, running now.
okay, so Cocoon crashed in field. I have no idea. I didn't even realize the sound was not there. Okay, so fuck.
It's so much fun.
We've had so many technical issues with tonight's stream. It's not even fucking funny. I am. Let me quickly check something. We've been live for half an hour,
Yeah.
which means there's probably a good like 20 minutes
Of no sound.
of fuck all sound that we didn't even realize.
Awesome.
Fuck my life.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I hate smart technology. Okay, quick recap of everything that happened. Cool laser cut things. You can find that on bdtrain.com. There's 5% discount code in the description on Twitch and on Twitch chat and in the description YouTube. Slayer, they're fucking awesome. Go check them out. There's a link to 5% discount on their website. And this is a brand new flavor for Matt.
Palm peach.
I'm strongly considering to go pour myself a triple shot of whiskey after the events of tonight, because what the fuck. We started off with Matt in a cocoon flying through, well, he started off in a different plane, jumped through a thinning because of the alignment of the planes, and crash landed into a open field in the on presumably Arabic. He doesn't know yet. And then what is Samuel saying? Sammy? Fuck.
Send us photo, man.
Brilliant. Send that in chat if you can on YouTube or Twitch. I don't know. Please watch on Twitch. It does actually make a difference. And then crash landed on presumably Araba. He saw some.
I hope.
You hope. That's what I said. Presumably Araba. Saw some lights over to the west, as well as to the south. Almost caught fire as the cocoon that he was in, that he jumped through, was burning up. He decided to move to the west, because to the south there's some trees in between, and it's a little bit further. So he's currently moving to the west and got to a point where some of the fires are a little bit close.
Yes.
So let us get us a little bit more fiery, shall we?
Dice rolls have been good so far.
Oh yes, excellent dice rolls. Fantastic for a start for a new campaign. It can only get worse from here.
Or better.
So, stepping closer to these fires, you notice might be a little bit too intense. See, it's very intense there. It's not as intense here.
On the stream. Yeah.
Actually, no, that's arguably worse. See, one day, no, I think that's
Fire!
So, as you step closer to this burning mound, you see.
Mound.
Yes.
Oh shit!
You see something scurrying around. It appears to walk on two legs, maybe four, maybe two. You're not quite sure. It's definitely hunched over, scuttling about, digging around, looking for something. As far as you can tell, it has a long road history.
Cool. I would like to try and stay hidden and observe it for a while if I can. What type of mound are we talking here, or is it difficult to tell?
A mound that is on fire.
Fiery mound. And it is searching through the mound, picking pieces apart, or
Well, it's
in and around.
around the mound, the general vicinity. Roll me a stealth check.
Can only get worse, can't it? 7. Oh no.
So it's still standing around, scuttling about. And at one point, you see a humanoid head prick up. The head, even though the body is turned mostly away from you, the head turns almost unnaturally in your direction. Peers into the darkness until and it charges towards you.
Cool. Can I respond in any way, or throwing down?
You are most certainly welcome to try. I will say let's roll some initiative first.
Cool.
Hey, D&D Beyond is not logged out.
Can only get worse from here. Awesome. I haven't cast.
What did you roll?
5. Oh no. Yep.
So, charging towards you, you see now a humanoid creature. It's a little bit difficult in the dark, but the fire, the glow from the fire does help. It appears to have grayish skin with dried blood caked from his mouth down over his chest on his hands. It's a gruesome sight, but not necessarily all that uncommon for you. Still, definitely not afraid.
No.
As it lounges towards you, trying to swipe at you with its claw. That will be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
As this claw does. 5 points of slashing damage. I shall move a push up momentarily. And it tries biting towards you as well. That is just another push up. Yay, 2 push ups.
Awesome.
So, how do you respond to this vicious attack?
This thing is definitely life-threatening, and I'm going to wreath myself in unstable magic as tendrils of arcane energy start flashing around me, and I use what is the thing called? It's actions. It's bonus action. This is why I need this all on paper. It's all here, all in one specific spot. Go up. Stop trying to reload. Innate sorcery. That's the thing. Mage rage. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. It'd be lovely if you gave me the description of what that thing does there. But yeah, I will then.
What are you casting?
Not casting anything yet, just using a feature called Innate Sorcery that makes my spellcasting stronger. I will then summon with a crystal that I have flickered out of an unknown space and begin casting a spell. And I shall cast right just off behind it, so I'm not affected by the blast. Sleep. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do you believe he succeeds? That's an 18.
Cool. Yeah. Well. I'm not gonna do anything else then, because he'll just try and hit me.
So, yeah, he's effectively doing the same thing as he did previously, so striking at you with a claw, that's a 9 to hit,
That will miss.
and trying to bite you, that is a 16 to hit.
I will shimmering field shield as the tendrils bond together and weave together. We're running out of spell slots here. This is not looking good.
Welcome to Deum Fieri.
Right, let's just double check if shield is until the end of the turn or the end of until the start of my next turn. Cool. It's my turn.
Until the start of your next turn,
Yeah.
plus 5, so
Yeah.
it drops now.
Well, cool. That's my turn. For better or worse, I'm gonna back up, and if he wants to take a swing, he can.
He will attempt to swipe at you with his claws. He misses, that is a 9, I believe. 8.
Cool. I back up, put some distance between myself. Right, I didn't fucking come to this place to die immediately. And I'm going to cast, pull out a diamond of unimaginable wealth. It has to be minimum 50, so I spent 50 gold pieces on it. But the only one they had in D&D Beyond is worth like 5,000. So it's not that, but I have a diamond, and I'm going to pulse magic through it, casting chromatic orb at him. So I will make a spell attack roll with advantage because I'm mage raging. That's not very good. What is going on? I assume it's going to hit, and I hope it's going to hit. That's a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay, cool. And then we will roll the damage for this one. 3d8. And if any of them are the same, stupid stuff can happen, but probably not at the moment. That'll be, and it will come out of the diamond a green vitriolic acid tentacle, and that'll be 17 points of acid damage.
This thing's dead! Please!
Nobody.
Okay, noticing that this is the case, and that now is my time to shine, we're gonna burn everything to try and kill this fucker. I'm going to use, drawing from the magic swirling around me, quicken a spell to cast it as a bonus action and cast Sorcerer's Burst.
Okay.
So another attack roll. One of those is a push-up, but 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Perfect. This is just 1d8, and if it's an 8, it explodes. That is not an 8. That is a 1. 1
push-ups.
point of acid damage. And I'm very much spent.
Every single spell slot you have.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome to level 2.
Fuck. Let's go base my race.
I do have cantrips, but it's in my face.
Probably not going to mean much.
We got problems. We don't have melee cantrips.
So he's going to move forward again, basically do the same thing.
Sure.
He seems completely mindless, just trying to get at you. Natural 20 to hit and full attack. That rolled up on that moment.
Again? I'm ready.
So the good news for me is there's not a single one. The good news for you is it's D4s and there's not a single 4 either.
Cool.
That is 10 points of slashing damage.
I am bloody.
And he will also try and bite you.
Cool.
That is a 10 to hit.
That will not hit. Fuck you.
I don't think you want to fuck him.
I don't know. No. Fearing for my life, him standing in front of me, I'm gonna point blank Sorcerer's Burst at his chest. And hope for the best because I have advantage, and it is a ranged attack. It's what, a straight roll?
Straight from there. They just cancel each other.
15.
15 hits.
Okay, cool. Explode, please. That's a 8, which means we'll roll another d8, and if it's another d8, that's not. Okay, cool. But 12 points of, we will say at this range, thunder damage to try and shatter his rib. Can it be thunder damage? Let's double check. I might be talking out of my ass here.
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic,
Thunder.
Cool. Okay, so how do you want to do this?
Yeah, I shatter his rib cage and all of his internal organs.
So you push your hands against his chest, trying to push him off you with that channeling your magic energy into his innards. You see the shockwave reverberate through him before it bursts out his back completely. Pieces of internal organs flying everywhere. He is effectively momentarily being held up by the little bit of flesh on his front and sides. His spine is completely gone. He collapses in on himself toward the top of his torso, his bust falling to his legs before collapsing in front of you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very briefly, what is in the mounds while I still have a moment?
Roll investigation, I'll give you advantage.
That one of those is reasonable. Investigation, that's a 14. No, 15. I can't read.
This appears to be a mound of, at this point, quite charred corpses. Very little distinguishing features remain, but still enough that you can notice this is a conglomerate of a variety of species.
Guess I picked the wrong route.
You do notice, looking around, several other similar mounds.
And the mounds themselves, about how tall?
Good 8 to 10 feet each. Now, this is, you're fairly certain this is the aftermath of the battlefield. Being unfamiliar with the land, you're not necessarily sure why they're burning the corpses.
Before another one of those things shows up, we'll double back to the field.
They're still in the field.
Am I still in the field?
Same field.
Oh, cool. We'll go to the south side of the field, to the trees, towards the light at the bottom, or at the south side.
Well, you can. So the light you initially saw, you haven't reached yet.
Oh, this is not that. Okay, cool. I'll keep going west then.
Okay.
I'll stay at Bath. But now, very carefully, maybe get some distance between there, and is it possible to take a short rest?
Sure. You can certainly try.
Yeah. So we'll put some distance, and if there is a spot where I can maybe hide, take a short.
Roll a survival check.
Okay. 6.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Then we won't, because yeah, I don't feel safe. I'll just run around with my 8 hit points. It's all good.
Well, you need to start somewhere. Continuing to move on, you notice the lights you were heading towards initially, some of it appeared to be moving. Coming closer, heading in your general direction.
Cool. Time to be in civilization. Or at least sentient creatures.
Corpses.
Yeah, the burning corpses are running towards me. I will very slowly approach them. Sure. Yeah. We're still in the open field, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll approach. Slowly up. Hide.
As you get closer, you notice what appears to be soldiers marching in your, well, very, very much in your direction. On the first ones notice you, hear the shout. Halt! Who goes there?
Hi. Sorry. I was attacked. Can you help me?
A group of them lower, stand together and lower their shields, their spears in a form of phalanx. Not really sure if they're capable of trusting you at this moment. Attacked by what?
Corpse, feeder, scary monster.
Ghoul?
Sure. I'm not really from around here.
Where are you from?
Under the ground. I'm one of those deep elves.
I'm gonna say roll me deception, but I'll give you advantage.
I'm trying hard for this moment, only to be fucked by dice.
Yeah, give you advantage.
Yeah. No. That's an 11.
Total.
Total. Yeah.
And?
Yeah, that is a 6. Not a 9. Yeah.
Why don't I believe you?
I don't know. Personal preference. I'm a scholar. I'm here to investigate.
You dress differently than they do.
Yeah, it's warmer up here. You see, he's not covered in much.
Where are you really from?
An island.
Around about this point, you never noticed that you were being tailed. You hear shouting from behind you. Oi! Hand him over! He's one to jump through. He doesn't belong here.
Do you guys know them?
As you look around behind you, you see a very disciplined row of dwarves in red armor, plumes on their helmets. You're unsure how they managed to sneak up on you in this manner. As they appear to should be fairly loud as they move along. They do not seem friendly in the least. You notice the army you spoke to initially, they turn their attention to the dwarves, and the phalanx grows as shields come out, and an entire row, shield wall, full phalanx, several rows of spears forming up. The turning back does take some time, but there's no outright communication between them. You notice the dwarves forming into groups, mostly square, shields on both sides, and short-ish, stubby swords sticking in between the shields. Actually, I realize I actually have a proper metal sword in that shape. Contemplating if I should go grab it or not.
You're gonna kill me with a dwarf sword?
Maybe, maybe not. At this point, these two opposing forces' attention is very much focused on each other. Very little attention is still focused on. A contingent of the dwarven units peel off from where where they gather starts marching in your direction.
How close are they, or far away on both sides?
Both sides a good about 65 feet.
And they're no longer, well, the dwarves seem interested in me, but see the other guys.
Except there's one small contingent.
One second.
All of a sudden, invisibility might have been a good spell to take.
I can't, I'm level 2. If I was level 3, we wouldn't have this discussion. I will look at the people that were speaking to me earlier. Hey, they're right. I'm not from around here. I jumped through in a cocoon, crash landed, and it looks like they want to kill me.
Roll persuasion, I'll give you advantage.
Cool. That would be a 19. And 2 4.
Why was the other one a 2?
A 4.
Close enough. A group of them, it seems as if their faces light up in hearing this. And a group of them peel off and move a lot quicker than the marching dwarves and form a barricade in front of you, between you and the dwarves.
Cool. I'm gonna give it like a second or two and see what looks like is gonna happen.
So as time goes by, these two sides, specifically the dwarves, are moving up. I want to say you don't really have vantage points. You can't really see specific formations. One, you're assuming some kind of lieutenant or a higher up looks back at you. I suggest you run. Head for the trees. This is going to get ugly.
Well, you have my thanks, so I'll just leave you with this and quick flick of a crystal, and I'll throw acid in a globule and cast acid splash at the approaching phalanx of dwarves, and then fucking run.
Is that an attack spell?
Dex save. And I can hit like a little 5-foot radius sphere, so I can hit a bunch of them. Really tightly packed. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Who knows? It's not very strong.
Not that nice.
Cool.
DC?
13.
So 2 of them is fine, 2 of them you start, you hear them yelling, "Ah!" So, and they seem to fall out of formation. The space is very quickly taken by.
I take 2 whole points of damage.
Well, so they're still a little bit unhappy in this. That you do notice just before you run, formation shifts in such a way that they're now at the rear, and 2 others have taken their places closer to the front. The discipline of these warriors is something you've never seen before.
Nope.
As you run off into the darkness, you
start hearing the sound of fighting break out between these two rival groups. Which way? Well, from this perspective, dwarves come from the south, so you and the other peoples, which you do not yet know their names, came more from the east. So you probably have north or west to go. West takes you back to where your cocoon landed, north takes you closer to, or west probably the closest to the forests.
I go to the trees. Fuck this. We're not standing in an open field anymore. We're running for the trees.
I'm going to say roll me a survival check to see if you're able to maintain your footing at this time.
Sure. 8.
You take a little bit of a tumble. As you run, your foot gets stuck on something. 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You feel front. Oh. I was very specific. I did not use something that will outright kill you or put you unconscious.
Cool. I'm not looking very good at the moment. But yeah, no, we right ourselves and we keep going. A little bit more careful after that.
Entering into the forest, you don't notice any sounds other than the distant sound of flashing swords and spears.
And towards the north there weren't really any lights, were there?
At least not that you can see from where you are. Let's go finish up this map.
How far did the field stretch on? I don't know if I can tell. I don't know if the moon is out enough to tell.
There's moon, but it's not full.
Yeah.
It's probably about half moon. I'm going to show you what I want you.
We'll go a bit into the forest just to get some cover so I can't be seen from the field, and then probably head more east.
East is where you saw the initial lights.
Yeah.
A large majority of them appeared to be the marching army that you met.
So that's kind of where they came from.
Yes.
I will go in that direction then.
Okay.
Seems they might not be friends, but at least they didn't try to kill me.
Someone friendly.
They seem to fight for me because of what I was, or where I came from.
Contemplating if my companion should have been here.
Oh no. So notes. Ghouls. Bad. Dwarves. Bad.
Second?
Dwarves. Bad.
Well, there were a handful of dwarves among the guys that fought for you.
Formation dwarves. Bad.
Now, here, heading further to the east, you come closer to what appears to have been the camp of where these people who fought for you might have came from.
Yeah.
As you step out, you notice two creatures seemingly search through this camp, rummaging about. You're not quite sure that they're necessarily part of this group. Perchance they're thieves or just looking for someone or something.
What do they look like?
One of them is more humanoid. Female, covered in some furs and more rough-spun clothing, carrying a staff, and it's a little bit difficult to see, but it appears as if she's got some form of animal in her other hand. The larger of the two you do not recognize. This is not a creature you've come across before. It appears as if it has the torso of a humanoid elf something, although it does not have the traditional elven features you've come to know during your lifespan.
Yeah.
But below the torso, it appears to be some form of mule.
Nope. That sounds cursed. I'm gonna hide and watch them. I don't want to get kicked by that thing.
Roll me a stealth check.
That is a 13.
Do you believe that is good enough, especially considering they're not really paying attention to you? They're rummaging about, looking around. You're not quite sure what they're after. Doesn't take them too long before they gather up and start heading towards the east, off in the direction where you initially landed, crashed. Depends on how you want to look at it.
Yeah. Cool. I'll give it a couple of minutes before they disappear. And I'll slowly creep my way through what remains of the camp and have a look about to see what they might be searching for.
The camp is mostly rudimentary tents, seemingly from a nomadic group of nomadic people group. So no real specific structure, although most of them is a lot smaller. There's a few lingering fires where people presumably cooked some meals for evening or huddled up to stay warm. The tents, peering inside them, there's very little valuables, mostly some bedrolls and here or there an artifact. No weapons inside.
Are there any clothes?
There's a handful of clothes. Yes.
Cool. I will try and grab stuff to make it look like I fit in a little bit better.
Okay.
So just rummage around the place, look for something that fits, maybe like a jacket.
So most of these clothes are not really tailored towards a specific person. You do manage to find a few that seems to be close-ish to your size, but also thinking back to the way that these people looked, the clothes they wore is mainly functional. It's there to keep them warm when it's cold and to cover up all the important bits as necessary, not really to look good.
So having seen the few from earlier, I will grab a bunch of different things and very begrudgingly just tie long flowing white hair into like a very functional bun. A man bun. Very dirty man bun.
Looking around, there is one tent that is a little bit larger.
Yeah.
Signifying a possible leader of this people group.
Yeah, we'll go in there as well.
So, stepping inside this tent, you do notice a bit more of a comfortable bed rather than just a generic bed, or as well as to one side a table with some scrolls and things laid out on the table. You do notice what you recognize as a map, although the contents of the map is warped from what you understand.
Is it like a regional map or
It's a regional map of what you presume to be a regional map, a little bit of a larger map of the general area.
cool?
The thing that puts you off is it is completely opposite to what you expected to be. It's murky.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Is it like rollable, large map?
It's a largish map, but you would be able to roll it up, get a roll 2.5, maybe 3 feet long, if you roll it up on its length rather than
Yeah.
roll would probably be about 10 centimeters.
Yeah, if we can't find anything to keep it in, maybe find like leather straps, whatever, to keep it, or even just string.
Okay.
Yarn.
There's a bunch of scrolls, there's a bunch of strings and things lying around.
Any other scroll, or like anything that would help him fit in as a scholar?
Well, you can grab a few of the other scrolls and you don't necessarily
Yep.
know what's on them.
Cool. Grab a bunch of stuff, just shove it in the pack to sell the bit. Wondering, detail scholar. But yeah, anything else of note in the tent apart from the map?
Not really.
Does it note on the map anywhere specific, where there might be like a stronghold or something nearby? If I'm even able to tell where I am on the map, which is probably unlikely.
So, your common is a little bit rusty. It's not really the language you commonly speak, or read for that matter. You are, you are the slightly more intelligent side, so you would be able to read.
I assume it's also written backwards to what I'm used to.
So it's probably the thing that does catch you more off guard than anything is the layout of the map is mirrored to what you're used to,
Yeah.
but the words are still Greek. So really. So you notice. I don't know if I should maybe grab the really well. You know what? Let's do it like this. No, because what? No. That's the one I'm looking for. Oh, if I can find it easily enough. Do you believe I remember where I saved this? This would work. that exactly? Oh. This makes absolutely no sense. Nope.
Why would we not understand run? Which was possible.
Okay, I'm going to use a. This really makes absolutely no sense. Also, it's- Sorry, I'm just not finding myself. So we shall be using this. Demo. Actually, I'm gonna change that. We'll be adjusting some things as we move on. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, man.
Ha! Sort of. Where's everything else? Doesn't matter. Okay, so may have needed to do this earlier. So a section of this that you see there now is the map you're looking at. And let's quickly changing things on the fly. Okay. Doesn't matter. Sorry, players do things that DMs do not plan, and then we need to make sure up as we go along. Although that is not 100%
Keep
true.
you on your toes, because I'm on 40 points.
You do realize if I'm on my toes, I'm significantly taller than what you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so I realize now I do not really have much of a way to show on stream what I'm referring to, but that's more or less the map that you see.
Cool.
So you do notice the one predominant name there is Mornhaven, which I'm not quite sure where that lies in relation to you,
Yeah.
along with a name, the Anvil,
but the majority of the map, you're used to it having to be flipped.
Yeah.
There's a few other dots and lines suggesting pathways and other settlements, but they don't seem to be named yet. It seems like this is still a map that needs to be finished.
Cool.
Why? Because I still need to finish drawing the map.
Yeah.
Fucking boss here.
Cool. Now that we have a map, do I notice anything else in this area, like leaving the tent? Anything of note in the camp?
Not particularly.
Completely deserted. Nothing else there.
There's no one. It seems like everyone marched off to war.
Cool. I suppose I'll probably not having any heading or direction apart from east, and should those people lose to the dwarves, that wouldn't be good for me, so I'm going to keep slowly following east along with what I have in my notes. Mule elf girl plus girl, or mule elf plus girl.
Okay.
Cool, yeah. Just slowly follow in their direction. Doing our best not to catch up to them.
It's following them. They appear to be heading towards the side you crashed.
Oh,
Yes.
upon realizing that, whoop, we'll change direction.
Okay.
Fuck those guys. Let them die to the dwarves. We will turn back there.
And head towards.
East, more east.
So further, well, beyond the camp.
Yeah.
Running further east from. Actually, just have a proper offline. And it might change what I tell you.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, those. Yeah, fuck those guys. Good luck, Mike, you freaky non-human looking thing.
I found
Those Roman dwarves will get you.
one girl just wants to open it in OBS. I'll say from where you are, you can head very directly east.
Cool.
Sorry, west.
West.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You landed east, move west, start following them back east.
Yeah.
So you would return to the west. As you head off to the west, you start noticing a little bit of almost pain in the eyes as the sky starts becoming brighter.
Shit. Cool. They warned me about this. I assume it's starting to become morning.
Yes.
Someone come up. We'll keep going for a bit. Hopefully it's not too much to bear.
It's uncomfortable. I think this is more accurate. But yeah, you carry on. It starts becoming brighter. one point you notice very bright light hitting trees, followed shortly by a strange warmth on the back of your head.
Oh, don't like that. It's not natural. It's very not natural. We'll just take off the jacket we took and just cover a little bit.
Interestingly, it seems to warm, and then it's warm the jacket, slowly starting to spread down, really adding warmth to this jacket. So it's not a direct use, but the jacket itself. I mean, like if you would stand in the morning in the sun, in winter going to the sun, that kind of heat.
Yeah.
You are at this point approaching a very dense forest. So think like a European fir forest.
Any signs of a road or any sort of pathways?
Not that you've come across.
And that forest.
So the forest is dead ahead.
Yeah.
It's significantly darker in the forest than it is outside the forest.
Cool, we'll go in there just for comfort's sake, even if it means just skirting the edge of the forest.
Okay?
Is the forest like spread outwards or
Yeah, so
gradually?
it's almost like a wall. It's a little bit from your perspective, it's difficult to see where exactly the trees head off towards.
I suppose we'll go into the forest for a bit. See what way it takes us.
Okay? The forest's still quiet. It seems that, although the forest being quiet is not unnatural for you. So it feels like home.
Yeah.
It's a little bit brighter than what you're used to, but it's still it's dark enough that it's fairly comfortable for you.
Or no.
Something about it. On the head. Okay. In the forest, what are you doing?
I don't really know. I don't know where to go. I'm trying to look for fucking civilization. Any
Well,
sort of pathway.
Presently, you are at 4 HP.
Yeah.
That might be something worth considering.
Yeah. I suppose Does it seem safe enough in the forest to take a bit of a rest? A short one.
I'd say roll me an insight check.
Oh, that's not too bad.
16.
It's safe enough. It's probably better if you climb a tree. Looking around, there's a number of branches that stick out in such a way that you could comfortably rest there.
Cool. We'll climb a tree. Not to a height that will get me killed, but yeah.
So anything below 10 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. 9.5 feet.
10 feet won't kill you.
Yeah. 10 feet. Like,
Or could kill you at this point. Okay, so you climb up. You find yourself quite exhausted from the evening's adventures.
yeah. Rest.
So we haven't introduced the new rules.
Yeah, no, so I don't know if I'd take a long rest, but definitely a short rest to regain some of those.
Everyone wants my attention now.
Oh, fuck it! I'm getting who I am. Give me 4 hours and I'm good to go. Sorry, I'm an elf. I will use trance, if possible, to just be in the trees for about 4 hours.
Sure. Well, the nook you carved out for yourself,
Yeah.
well, not really carved out, but that you found is quite comfortable, and you're confident to sit in there and rest.
Yeah, cool.
Let yourself drift away.
So yeah, still remaining somewhat alert to my surroundings, or alert enough, in a trance-like meditation. And yeah, that'll long rest me.
Okay.
Cool. Anything interrupt that?
Grow.
Grow.
Those songs randomly placed in around it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just works so perfectly. So yeah, nothing interrupts it. You're able to take a long rest. Feeling refreshed, looking around you, you do notice what you think could potentially be wildlife trails. Running through the forest, several of them leading you further to the west.
They look like big, or are there any paw prints or anything, or is it just a general
It's an area that it's more worn down, and with wildlife traveling through it, the ground has been trodden down a little bit.
We'll follow that, heading further, I assume, into the forest, towards the west.
Yeah, cool. So, taking that route further into the forest, it takes you quite a while. This one in particular travels for several miles. It starts getting dark again as you continue to travel. And about probably 9-10ish the evening,
Yeah.
you suddenly step into a fairly large clearing. I say fairly large, I mean diameter of about 100 feet.
Cool.
on a little bit of a mound. In the center of this clearing, you notice a obelisk. It seems very much out of place.
Do I notice anything else in the clearing? So my dark vision is enhanced to 120 feet, so we'd probably see to the other side of the clearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, notice anything else?
Roll me perception.
That is I believe that's gonna be an 18, but let's make double roll. Is that wrong? Yeah, 18. Yeah.
The area around the obelisk itself,
Yeah.
although there's no trees in that area, it seems like they never grew any trees in that particular stretch. The grass and shrubbery is what's the word? Bountiful, well nourished. There's a specific word. They do well.
Yeah.
They seem to be growing quite strongly. The obelisk itself, you're not sure if it's man-made as such, even though you don't even know what a man is. Human is. You will know what a man is. You will know what a human is. Or if it is a naturally occurring.
Cool. Not really noticing much else going on here. We'll throw up crystal, just flick, and 4 globules of light will flicker up into position and just jellyfish around the obelisk. We'll get a bit closer to take a look.
The obelisk seems to be made from a pitch black stone, which is in stark contrast to the more grey-brown stones in the general area. As you approach it and the globules come close to it, it seems almost as if the obelisk sucks some power from the globules of light. This is a point of what you assume to be quite potent magics.
Getting a bit closer to it. Does it react in any way if I touch it with a fingertip?
Reach out, gently place finger trip. It's a trap. A fingertip on the obelisk, and recoil suddenly as you suffer 8 points of psychic damage.
Good thing I took a long rest. A long short rest. A short long rest. Ow. That's not very nice. Cool. Right. I will walk back about 15 feet.
Okay.
And I will cast Mage Hand in front of me, and a small, sort of woven arcane hand comes into form. And I'll send it out to just touch the stone, full palm down on it, to see what happens.
It appears to suck the energy of the mage hand, and the mage hand almost like disappears, dissipates into the obelisk.
I'll do a sweep of the clearing with my globules, getting them a bit further away from the things so they don't die out entirely, and then just have a look. Does it seem to be like, you mentioned this area is like a mound?
Yeah, it gently slopes up
To the center.
to the center, but not to such a degree. I mean, you can still, so standing on the one side, you won't be able to see the ground on the opposite side, but you can still see the tops of the trees.
Yeah.
So it's not that high, it's just it's a gentle slope up to the obelisk and then back down.
And there's nothing else in the clearing. And on the other side, does the sort of trail I followed to get you continue?
Looking around, you do notice it appears as there's several animal trails coming to this point, to this clearing. Kind of a all roads lead to Rome scenario where all these animal paths come to this clearing. You're not sure if the creatures of this plain is attracted to this obelisk by some unknown power, or if the grass and the shrubbery here that is more lush is just good feeding grounds. It could be either, it could be both.
Yeah.
It could be because of the other.
Yeah. How tall is the obelisk?
Obelisk is a good 15 feet.
And how wide is it?
It varies because it's a little bit jagged, but at its widest it's probably a good 3 to 4 feet. So probably about that.
Okay. This is maybe some sort of magical waypoint, anchor, or just a fucking dark rock in the woods that sucks up magic.
So roll me Arcana, but the DCs can be very high.
Okay, cool. Somewhat, never mind. 11.
That's your best guess?
Cool. Cool. Having tried all those options, let's try something more drastic. I'm going to pull out one of my crystal focuses and just aim left-handed like this. Aim.
Yes, you're from the wrong side.
Yeah, so I'm left-handed. Left-handed, shoot a sorceress blast. We'll make it psychic for the
Sorceress
purposes.
burst.
Burst, that one. Burst.
Okay.
Burst. So, just aiming at the thing. So yeah. Want me to attack roll it?
Yes.
Cool. Cool. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. So I need to roll damage, or is it going to absorb it all and maybe kill me?
So, I mean, you can roll if you want. Go roll. Let's see if you get the one.
Yeah, I got a 2. I'm saved.
So, you, as you cast Sorcerer's Burst at this, you see it absorb the energy. What color was the burst?
We'll say for this one, like light purplish.
Okay. You see this light purplish dissipate and running along the edges of this before dissipating moments later.
lightning, followed shortly by thunder. More lightning. Looking up, you see roiling clouds and these clouds start opening up. What do you think?
So the lightning is coming from above.
That's coming from the clouds.
Yeah, directly above the clearing.
Yeah, so it's not lightning striking down, it's just
It's just
showing
lightning.
the clouds.
Okay, cool.
At this point. And then these rolling clouds, and it seems like that the clouds are opening up, giving way.
Clear sky.
Not necessarily.
Okay, cool. That was interesting. Let's try again. This time we'll try with lightning damage. I don't know if that'll do anything.
Your attack.
That's a 19 to hit, just in case. Shoot. At the rock.
I'm way too excited about this.
All night long, so we do a bunch of push-ups.
Yes. It's why we play D&D, so we can get fit and strong. Alright. So, the lightning, this sparkling blue energy, same thing, runs across the edges before dissipating into the obelisk itself. There's no change to the sky. The sky is still angry, still a lightning storm, the rolling clouds, this looking up at where it's opening, it doesn't seem to be opening to a clear sky.
What is it opening to?
You have no idea.
Do I need more?
So roll me insight quickly.
Cool. I believe that's a 16 now.
So you could be mistaken, but you're fairly sure that your second attack at this obelisk did not cause any changes in the sky, suggesting that whatever you're doing to this obelisk is not necessarily directly linked to what's happening in the sky. It might be two separate events.
I'll float all 4 of my little globules into the obelisk and see if it absorbing them does any
Absorbs.
Cool. Shit. About how far in the sky is the clearing or the opening of the clouds? Like hundreds of feet.
It's
A lot.
very good. It's quite high up. So I just quickly check something.
Cool.
There used to be a way that you could search. As you look upon this conglomerate, I didn't flip into this because I didn't think you'd get quite this far, but it's fine. You
notice the lightning starting to change. A lightning bolt strikes inside the clearing, and where it struck stands a creature.
Oh shit.
Another lightning bolt comes down, strikes the ground. Another creature standing there. Hunched over, somewhat humanoid but grotesque in nature. They stand there peering around, unsure of peering around, seemingly looking for something.
Do they look familiar to what the natives call the ghoul? No, the bigger.
A little bit bigger,
Okay.
a lot scarier. At least the two that is there now, you've seen before.
Oh, cool.
They're not friendly.
Yeah. I'll back off out of the clearing. Very quietly, if possible.
Roll your stealth.
If only it was level 3. Okay, that's not that bad. 15.
You manage to sneak away without being noticed.
What are they, if I may ask? If I recognize them. As much as I'm aware.
Come across these creatures before in your own realm. You call them Sorrowsworn. So they stand, they're a little bit larger than humans, gaping maws filled with sharp teeth, sometimes multiple, not really heads, but faces in their misformed bodies. Their hands ending in, well, would have been arms ending more in sharp claws rather than hands. These things are not to be trifled with.
And their method of getting here is not the same as mine, but they, from the same place, they seem to be coming down in the lightning strikes.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, not knowing too much about the area specifically, what are the odds that the grass here is growing well because of the obelisk or because of the fact that it's a clearing?
Roll me nature.
Nature.
Having a quick look at this dialogue, you don't want to screw with it.
No. 14.
So the answer is yes. It's, as far as you can tell, a combination.
Cool.
This appears to be a magical focal point, which does have an impact on the growth around it, but also it being a clearing, there's actually capacity for grass to grow, which normally wouldn't happen in the forest. The forest, you'd have more moss.
Yeah.
So, looking at what's happening, there are several more strikes as more of these creatures in a variety of their forms land on the ground.
Yeah. We're gonna leave.
As you turn to leave, you notice several lightning strikes hit the same spot.
Yeah.
Standing in that spot, you notice a huge creature. Standing on all fours, a tail with a spike similar to a scorpion, not as segmented as a scorpion.
Yeah.
It appears almost as if it's a hound, but it has these mandibles similar to a spider on the side of its face. Patches of hair covering the body. You notice in several places what appears to be a corpse of some humanoid creature strapped onto this thing. It stands around sniffing before attacking the closest of these other creatures. Quickly overpowering it before disappearing into the forest.
Away from
More or less, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not in your direction.
Yeah. We'll
I said I won't kill you in the procession, don't stress.
we'll turn around and make our way into the forest swiftly, away from the forest known as Scorpion Hound Corpse Rider.
So, yeah, heading away from whatever you just witnessed, you're a little bit worried about coming to this place.
Yeah.
Things are the same, but not the same.
Yes.
And at least where it came from, you know where and how you can be safe. But with the way things are different, you're unsure. I'm gonna say quickly roll me a general wisdom check.
That's gonna be 13.
You're fairly certain your best chances of survival would be to try and find some allies within this realm. Possibly the people that stood up for you earlier or the previous evening. Possibly some other peoples. This realm is dangerous in ways you did not anticipate. It's more a case of, because you don't know the specific circumstances, but also creatures you know to stay away from is jumping through the thinnings.
Yeah.
Hopefully these should be some of the last ones for this cycle of the alignment of the planes. You're more aware of this. It is something that your people group fairly actively study.
Yeah. So, the direction I'm headed in now, away from the direction that thing went, just lead me back to the way that I came.
At this point, it's probably more southeast.
Okay.
So it's somewhat yes, but you might have to take a bit of a turn to go back north.
We will go in that direction and hopefully not cross paths. Maybe do a bit of roundabouting.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
So leaving down this way, it takes you a good while to get to a point where the sky starts becoming brighter again.
And this time facing towards the sun. As you head down to, as you head this way, well, in that direction, you eventually come across a road. The road leads. You're a little bit unsure how you missed it the previous evening,
Yeah.
because it seems to be leading mostly north-south.
Getting out the map I stole, does it have any sort of lines or anything that could be looked at to see if maybe...
Okay, so I did realize that there are aspects of this particular map that is slightly incorrect. This is not updated. Oh, because it's not live. That's why. Motherfucker, it's not live. I find YouTube mildly annoying. You do notice there are some lines heading in that direction, leading down to a crossroads that usually indicates at least some form of settlement.
Cool. Any way for me to figure out whether I'm north or south of that crossroads?
Roll me a survival check.
So good at these. Natural 20 for a 21.
You are north of this road.
Oh, cool. We will then head in a southerly direction
Okay.
toward the crossroads.
Heading south, the sunlight doesn't agree with you. This is very much something that you had not
No,
grown used to in the one day that you spent on this
Not a
plane
fan.
existence. And walking down the road, it is significantly brighter than in when you spent the time the first.
yeah.
Heading south, it takes you several miles down the road until you come across a small, well, small's also relative, but when you come across a village with a number of buildings with a number of different purposes. The one that sticks out is the largest, seems to be almost 3 stories high, which is significantly higher than what you're used to as the kind of buildings you would build in your realm used to be more low to the ground as to not attract unnecessary attention.
Yeah.
Swinging in front, there's a sign that reads the Rat's Haven, with a picture of a rat holding a mug of beer.
In front of the entire
Building.
Oh, the big building.
The big building.
Cool. I'm not entirely sure what this is. What a rat is.
Oh, no, you will know what a rat
Oh,
is.
cool. We have rats.
You're more used to them being significantly larger than what they would be in this realm, but you haven't encountered them in this realm.
We got giant rats back home. Cool. I will. Do I see people walking around?
Well, there's a number of people moving about. It's not as lively as it potentially could have been,
Yeah.
but there's a number of people in this large building, the Rat's Haven. The door does swing open from time to time. People going in, the people coming out doesn't seem to be fully at their senses yet.
Cool. I will go in through the doors to the Rat's Haven, whatever that may be.
Stepping inside, the light is a lot better. Yes. There's a hearty In the one corner, several people mulling about, talking. A humanoid standing in the one corner, strumming a strange instrument. Most of the beings here you've never come across. They're all but unfamiliar to you, and as you step in, most of them look up and look strangely towards you. They don't seem to recognize your kind.
Is there any like central location where it looks like there might be someone in a position of authority?
So, on the opposite side of where the person strumming his strange instrument is, you do notice a counter. Behind it, several people mulling about with mugs and several large baskets. You do notice several of the people in this establishment head there with empty mugs and strike up a conversation with them, exchange some coins, and return to their tables with a mug full of something.
Yeah. I'll make my way there and stand awkwardly waiting to get someone's attention.
One of the females behind the counter looks towards you. Well, hello there. You're a strange one.
Hi, yeah, I'm a deep elf from underground.
Oh, I've heard of you guys before.
Yeah.
Never seen one.
No, it's much nicer underground. Sorry to say that.
It's interesting. Not sure I necessarily agree, but sure. What can I get for you?
And he'll look at the closest person with a mug. One of those.
That is beer.
Yeah. You drink it?
Yes. Have you never had a beer before?
No, I know wine.
We have wine as well if you want.
Yeah, one of those.
I think you'll enjoy a beer. First one's on the house, what do you say?
Good. What does that mean? Sorry, I'm not from around here. Your customs, they're not very familiar.
That means you don't have to pay for it.
And what would I pay for it? Would we exchange something?
Usually, depending on the size, you take a few copper pieces or a few silver pieces.
You're talking about coins, yeah?
Coinage, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have any of those currently.
Don't say that too loudly. If the owner hears that, he'll kick you out, and he pours you a beer. Just slowly sip that one. We'll see if we can maybe make a plan.
Oh, thank you very much. Do I just sit anywhere?
Maybe just sit in the corner right here, out of the way.
Perfect. Then he'll go take his mug and go sit in the corner and sip it and taste beer for the first time.
So, obviously I'm going to say this.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yeah. It's quite nice. It doesn't taste like distilled.
It's significantly different than the wine you're used to.
Toilet wine of Rune.
So, sitting there, sipping it, as it slowly as to savor it and not necessarily look out of place. I do believe this would be a good place to call it for.
Cool.
Introduction.
Didn't die. What was the plan? I mean, the plan was to scare you a little bit. Now, while I was scared, we will do a push-up count as well.
So, yeah.
Session 0.5.
Yeah, so at this point, I do believe that is quite a good place to call it for the evening. Because from this point forward, it's probably not a bad idea to start getting other people involved. For now, I'm going to say hold on to Samuel's introduction before you actually go through to level 3.
100%.
But yeah, that will happen next week, Monday. So, yes. The rest of the week is actually fairly chill in terms of streaming. I'm not streaming on Wednesday. I have another game that I need to attend to, as I am actively working on starting up a second group as well. But that will hopefully be the last one. I will return on Sunday for Mini Mania. I might change up a little bit how I do the rolling. I'm thinking of doing the rolling beforehand and showing that on screen as this is what I rolled, and then just have the miniatures ready to work with, rather than, oh, let's roll this live and then I need to run around looking for fucking miniatures. That's not a good way to go about it. But yeah, so Sunday, Mini Mania's back. I will still roll, but I will not necessarily roll live because it's not really practical. I will record the rolls and play the reel. I think that's a good way to go about it. And then Monday is Samuel's character intro, which is going to be an interesting one. And we are nearing the first official session of Deum Fieri. It is 3 weeks away. Can you believe it? So yes, I'm very excited for that. Just as a last reminder, we don't utilize them as much as we do in some other games. All the nice fun MDF stuff, please go check out my website. There is a discount code in the YouTube description as well as in Twitch chat. And mine is done because it's fucking awesome. Slayer! Go check them out. They make, at least in my opinion, the best tasting energy drinks currently available in South Africa. We're pushing to get them internationally. So thank you for joining us. I hope you had fun. Shitting yourself.
Yeah, 4 hit points.
And I hope you enjoyed watching this. This campaign is going to get a lot darker. Have a lovely evening, further.
Bye.